Hey guys, welcome to JacksTreasures and what? Not another reselling podcast. This is episode number 53. We have gone through a full year, baby. Can you believe that? That's amazing. Our show is all about the live side of reselling. We don't do any edits. We don't do any filters. We have no fluff. And we keep it raw, real, and uncut with no sugarcoating. Just honest conversation and real truth about live reselling. Mainly because I'm way too lazy to do any of that shit. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know that now. Language.
Behave.
You're green.
Our guests today are JoAnn and Tony, Ladybug, Luttrell. They are sellers and whatnot who are also some of the most giving people. They honestly, a lot of people talk the talk about community.
You're going
truly,
off script.
They truly walk the walk, and I think
they do.
They deserve all of the respect in the world for that.
Yep.
They're one of the original members of the Renegades, which is a group on whatnot that helps support new sellers. Please welcome JoAnn and Tony.
Guys, go ahead and introduce yourself real briefly.
Go ahead.
I'm JoAnn, and on my stream, I'm Ladybug Luttrell.
And I am Tony. I'm JoAnn's better half, as they call us. And they call me Ladybug Luttrell family.
Ladybug
yeah,
Luttrell
that's
family.
it's our
Luttrell. And I totally messed that up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yes,
okay.
you did.
I did.
No, you did not.
it's
Believe
okay.
me, I've heard it done 1,000 ways.
We have.
Oh, believe me, my last name is SZW. I've had it just about as bad.
Ours gets messed up all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we have a little bit of an icebreaker question for you.
What is your biggest live selling pet peeve? And don't hold back.
Yeah.
well,
Mine is when she trails off. She just,
we'll be doing so good, and then all of a sudden she'll just trail off. It just like, let's stay here and let's take care of this.
I'm a squirrel by nature.
her nickname's Squirrel.
It is.
The nickname is Squirrel.
I feel you on that one. I have the same thing with Brian. Sometimes we'll be going on and the show's over and he'll talk another 15 minutes before we raid. And I'm like, we could have raided with 30 people and now we're raiding with 6 because you talked for another 30 minutes about nothing. So I feel you on that one.
I'm going to be kicking Tracy off of the show. This will be Tracy's last appearance on Not Another Reselling Podcast. Oh my God.
What's your biggest pet peeve, JoAnn?
I don't think I have a big pet peeve. I mean, Tony and I try. We're still new at this, so I'm not sure I've developed something that's a pet peeve yet, as in selling together. Other than
I have a lot of pet peeves.
do you? I think my only pet
What I
peeve
see,
is that you won't let me talk. Teasing. I always talk.
I'm terrible at that. I think one of my biggest ones is when people use the word banger.
Brian does hate the word banger.
I don't like the word banger, and I'll even use it, and or they'll say, "Come on, chat," and I'm like, "Oh God, man, now you're begging for stuff." And those are a little bit of mine. I mean, I understand it with some people, and with some people it works out really, really well.
Yeah.
But the other people, it comes across to me as very pushy. And I don't know. It's just one of my little pet peeves on that. Now is our real talk.
Pet peeve that I have, sorry,
You're
is
good.
that mine comes with shipping. I cannot look. I never complain when I don't get what I'm supposed to. I never turn things into whatnot. I always, and if I have nothing nice to say, I just don't say nothing at all. Or I say, got my packages. And if I love this seller, I always say, got my package. This is awesome. Thank you so much. But here's my biggest pet peeve. If anybody sends me boxes, do not put peanuts in them. You go on my blacklist. I have a peanut blacklist and I will not go order from them ever again. I'm like, okay, I give you 2 chances after that. Strike 3, you're out of my lineup.
Well,
you will not get peanuts from us because I can't stand them either.
No. There ain't nothing but a big mess right there. So there you go, guys. Notes to self on new sellers that they're on whatnot. Don't put peanuts in your package.
Because here's at least 2 people that do not like to get them.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you there's more.
I open my box and if I see peanuts, that's it. Lid closed, out on the porch it goes.
Literally.
And I tell him, if you want something out of that box, you better go get it because it ain't coming in the house.
You're like us. You've got the animals, and the animals are going to get into it, and they're going to try to eat it and drag it all out and make a mess. So
exactly.
Yeah, and it's not good anyway, unless you really don't like the person who bought it. Then send it.
That's correct.
All right. This is our Real Talk Q&A section where we're going to ask some of the toughest questions in the business, guys. These are the hardest questions on the planet, man. No, they're not. Of our guests, and hopefully you guys are going to gain some knowledge, and definitely that's what Tracy and I do every time we do this session right here. We always gain some knowledge.
We do. So how did you first get started reselling?
That's definitely your question.
He got into it because of me. And he tells when we go live, he tells everybody, "Hi, I'm Tony, and the reason I'm here is because I want to spend time with my wife, and I had to get into her world to be able to do that. So here I am."
Good man, Tony. Good man.
When it's now, it's not as bad as it used to be, but when she first got on it,
it consumed her. It was 24 hours a day, and it just consumed her. And if you wanted to spend any time with her, you had to do what she did. So that's what I did. That's where the Ladybug Luttrell family come from.
So I can spend a little time with her in the evenings. So.
It's very easy for Whatnot to consume you if you.
Oh, it's very addictive.
Let it.
Yeah. Well, and so I do because. Sorry, I do
Go
because I started following Philly Flipper on YouTube a long time ago, and then I kept hearing him talk about whatnot, and then he just our sirens are going off.
It's Thursday night at 6 o'clock. The fire sirens go off every Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's okay. I can't hear it.
Okay. So anyway, I finally just downloaded it and I jumped on so that I could see one of his shows because I was a huge watcher of YouTube of many of them people. And he was the only one on Whatnot at the time that I knew of. And man, next thing I know, I was addicted. And then I got in with a group of people, and we were in on this other group, and they helped new sellers, and they were great. And that group has since kind of went to the wayside. And Maddie June Creation and I said, okay, we could do this, because we were into it more for community. I mean, making money is great. And now I've turned this into a business, learning all this. And I thought, man, if somebody just had talk shows, and ways to communicate with people that you can learn these things. I'm sorry.
My dog's howling upstairs because the sirens going on.
No worries.
We can't hear it, so
yeah. I think your dog. That's about it.
So Maddie June's Creation and I decided we could do this. So with her and Tribid and Elevated Elegance and a couple others, we formed a group, and I said, hey, we're just a bunch of renegades. So what do y'all, they're like, we don't want to create it, but if you do, we'll be in there. And I'm like, okay, what about a name? And nobody said anything. I said, okay, we're a bunch of renegades. Let's be the Renegades. And that's how the Renegades came about. And it's been about 2 years now. And the Renegade group is designed to help people. And that's what Philly Flipper did for me when I came in. He was as patient as he could be because he's a very busy man and he always has been.
Absolutely.
But I connected a really strong connection with Nikki's Corner. And Nikki and I just kind of hit it off. I can't even tell you how many times I called her crying. I can't do this, Nikki. I can't even get. I've been on here for 23 shows and I can't even make $40 in 23 shows. I'm doing something wrong. She's like, no, just be calm. Anyway, so that's how I got started on Whatnot. And with the support of them, I wanted to turn around and do that for other people. And that's why I stayed on Whatnot. I started learning and researching and finding out what the terms of service rules were, what all the Whatnot rules were, what you could sell, couldn't sell, so I could be informed, because I was terrified to tell somebody the wrong thing. And then now, I think it's been 2.5 years or 2 years, over 2 years, probably 8,000 people on Whatnot have my personal phone number, and I stay very busy on my phone round the clock, even at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, can you pop on and do a raid trade real quick? We have a spot open.
Let me just interrupt and say that's actually how we met JoAnn, was also through Paul the Philly Flipper. He helped us out a lot when we were kind of moving into more of a community oriented station.
Well, when we were getting ready to remove Whatnot,
we were
on Whatnot, and we were making sales. We were making money.
I remember.
It wasn't what it is now, which is the community aspect of Whatnot. Exactly. Did you do any reselling before Whatnot, or is just Whatnot the only place that you sell?
Well, I have a brick and mortar. I have Ladybug's Quilting and More. So I've been in resales, and so I'm a lot older now than when I started my brick and mortar, but I have my own quilting machine. I quilt for other people. I quilt, I teach quilting. There's not many things we don't do. We do we make t-shirts. I mean, there's a list. And I mean, now it's not so long because I'm getting older, and you guys know I've been through some health issues, some pretty life-changing health issues. And so I have slowed down tremendously in this last year, for sure. What do you say? The last year?
It's been very up and down.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you're faced with possibly not making it, you have to decide what things are more important. So the brick and mortar went on a back burner, and it's still operating, but it's no longer in a downtown facility. We have 3 buildings on our property, and so it's now in one of the other buildings. And I play at it when I'm not at Whatnot. But to be honest with you, I feel like I'm 100% full-time Whatnot now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's a good thing right there. I mean, for
it's a good thing for Whatnot.
Yeah, definitely for Whatnot.
Thank you.
What was the very first? Okay, go ahead.
See, when we go out, we don't just go out anymore. We go out and pick. that's our.
Oh, I know how that goes.
Oh gosh, yeah. Tracy and I do that everywhere we go.
I already told him I'm getting ready to see if there's going to be any yard sales tomorrow because I'm itching.
Yeah, we were going to have our own yard sale this weekend, but we're still fighting these colds and getting over that. So we decided we're going to take another week for that.
But I've got enough energy to go yard selling.
There you go.
Yeah, to spend money, you got plenty of money.
We don't get good yard sales around here. We live in a town of maybe 1,500 people. So we get one. Yeah, we get once a year yard sale here. That's it.
Oh,
so we have to drive.
Rough.
We have to drive at least an hour to get to go do any decent kind of sourcing. Usually it's a 5 or 6 hour drive.
Wow. I guess we're very spoiled. We're in a metro city, so
yeah, we're Metro Atlanta.
We can
go anywhere.
We can pick
Atlanta
all day, every day if we wanted to.
Practically.
That's awesome.
What was the very first item, if you remember, what was the very first item you ever sold on a live show?
A Vietnam hat.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay. She remembers too.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that was my very first sale. Northern Star bought it from me. I even remember who the seller was. He's not on Whatnot anymore, but he bought it from me. And I'm telling you, he probably thought I was crazy. I started crying. I had little tears, and he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "You're my very first sale in 6 shows."
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
That is. What has been the very most rewarding moment you've experienced during live selling?
My most rewarding experience is, I believe, when I had a friend, I was going through the Big C, and I had a lady that came on, and I didn't know her from Adam, and she could tell, because I don't know if you guys remember, but if you see any of my videos from then to now, you can see that I have definitely lost over 100 and some pounds.
Oh, absolutely.
And I lost it super quick, and my hair was falling out. And she's like, "I'm not minding your business, but I know what's wrong with you, and I know why you're so sick, and I want you to know that I'm a survivor." And I'm like,
oh my goodness.
And I actually had something in the background that she asked if it was for sale. And I had the gut instinct that I needed to say yes, even though I, in my heart, did not want to sell it. And I did. I had faith in it. I put it up for $1. She ran it up to $16, said, I know it's worth way more than that, because it was. And she said, but that's all I have right now. And then later, a month or 2 later, she passed. And her daughter sent it back to me and said, my mom said that if something happened, I was to send this back to you. And she sent it back to me, and it had a little note tucked in it. And my very first piece of uranium that I had ever sold. And there was a note tucked in there that said, you'll never understand how much you touched my heart.
That is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And that piece will never be sold.
I hope that a lot of sellers were listening to that right there and know that they have that impact. They can, every seller can have that impact in that moment.
I mean, we've definitely made some life-changing connections on the app ourselves, and
nothing like that.
But I don't think until you've experienced it, you realize how life-changing live selling can be.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You can make connections, us and Tony and JoAnn.
Absolutely.
We're planning on meeting, having dinner, and going out and
one of these days. Absolutely.
And having some fun, no matter where it is. I think it's me.
That's yours. Yeah,
that would be me. You wanted to say that, didn't you?
You
wanted to. I saw you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Oh, can I? Man. Okay, we've only been doing this for 53 episodes.
Oh, goodness.
If your live show had a signature theme or vibe, what would it be?
Chaos.
Obviously, you watch a lot of JacksTreasures too.
Sometimes it's just chaos.
I think I agree with him because
organized chaos.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And I think I agree with him because sometimes we get so wrapped up into trying to please everybody that comes in. I give a lot of free stuff away because I'm like, well, but they bought 5 things, so they need something free. Or
I'm very guilty of that too.
and he'll always, when I get, and I don't know if you guys still get it, but I get super amped up before I hit that live button. I can be screaming at my dogs to go lay down or go in the room because I'll be trying to get them upstairs. Or somebody, like the other day I went live for a friend of ours that passed, and we were trying to help get her finances done. And we heard a crash outside, and somebody ran over the cat, and I have to be able to switch, I think we all have to be able to switch, okay, this is what just happened. I'm sorry. Okay, here we are. And then you finish out because it is kind of like a performance. But
it is.
I have to tell you, I think the best part of me, Whatnot, is great for me, but I think the very best part of Whatnot, my world of Whatnot, is now selling with Tony. Because even though there's a camera going and these people can hear us, he will take 5 seconds and he'll stop and he'll say, I need a kiss. And that's his way of saying, let's pull you back in a little bit, babe.
I love that.
I do too.
I can tell you that I've been doing a couple of shows by myself, and they are not the same as shows that I do with Tracy. I love the being able to do that with the person that I love. And I think you guys anticipate, what am I thinking? What word?
Anticipate.
I don't know.
They
complete.
Yeah, they're the epitome.
Oh, okay.
Epitome. I'm sorry. I use big words that I don't even know what they mean. Okay.
I hate
epitome of that. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Okay.
And I think that's sometimes what makes us great, because we were just talking about community, but and you were talking about,
we're going to be talking about community some more too.
About how when she's not there, you feel it, and that's the same with us. And I think that pulls us closer together, and I think it's built us. Whatnot has helped build us in a different season of our life.
Well, I know we've talked about that with, I want to say it may have been Shane, about how someone singly running a show by themselves, in a way, they envy us because they have that second person to bounce ideas off of.
We have that second person.
We have that second person, and they don't, and they envy that of us. And I never really thought about it until he said that, and I was like, man, we're lucky.
Because I used to run on my own, and he didn't understand it. And I would get frustrated with him because I'm like, you don't understand. I just told 25 people that I have something. So now I got to find it. I'm on live tomorrow. I have 14 hours to find 14 things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've done a lot of that right there.
What does building a community during your live shows mean to you personally?
Told you we had community question.
I
have an answer. Do you have one? I'm trying not to hog the stage.
She has, y'all see, I do get on there and stuff like that, but I have a full-time job, so I don't get to spend the time on whatnot that she does. So I'm here, but I'm not.
You're the star, JoAnn. You're the star. So give us your answer. We all agree.
I think to me, building a whatnot community for me and for my end is that when I get on that camera, I said, that it's like putting on a show. It is, but you are still the person. At the end of the night, you have to go to sleep. You have to know what you did was right or wrong. And I want my people to be, or I say my people, they're not my people, but the people that come in the room, I want them to be able to say, okay, now let's wait for her package. Let's see how it comes shipped. I don't do foo-foo stuff. I don't do all the thank you things and put all that stuff in it, make it foo-foo. I don't. I'm sorry. But
He's trying to do that.
I'm trying to do what?
You're trying to be more foo-foo-y. He's working on it.
I'm working on foo-foo.
You are.
I'm working on foo-foo. I didn't even notice.
I feel bad because when I get the foo-foo stuff, I'm like, oh, cute. And then it goes right in the trash. So it makes me feel horrible. And I'm just like, okay, so should I go ahead and spend all that extra money to get all that extra foo-foo too so somebody can throw it in the trash? So instead, I choose to do little things, so I choose to be honest as I can. If I don't know something, I'm going to tell you I don't know it. Let me ask a couple of my other whatnot friends that have been on the app. I mean, Brian, I've called you practically in tears. What do I do? Or how do I handle this situation? I don't have the mental capability right this second, or if I don't know something, I will call Corey Manex.
Any other woman would be jealous, as many crying women have called my husband asking about whatnot things. You're not the only one.
I'm telling you,
this man crying when I leave, not before that.
I'm telling you,
I gotta call Brian.
This man is amazing. I can't tell you how many times our phone has rang at 3:00 in the morning, and some dude is like, Miss Ladybug. I don't even know him. He got my number from somebody else on whatnot. He's like, Miss Ladybug, I'm so sorry, but I have an emergency and I'm on a live right now and I don't know how to do this. I'm like, okay, first of all, breathe. And then we walk through it. And the funny part is these people always have you on speaker. So you always
you're on the live.
Yes. So that's everything awesome. You say they can hear. So I always do what I just try to do. Take a breath. Now let's go by this step, and I don't know how he does it. I would be so mad sometimes, I'm sure.
I'm pretty close to being deaf, so I don't hear a lot. So.
But that's the good thing about me losing my hearing too. I'm right there with you, Tony.
She bought me these really nice hearing aids, and I just can't make myself wear them. So.
Do you know how much sourcing I could have done with that money?
When I had mine, I used them for earbuds.
And they were like the world's most expensive earbuds.
Yeah. Well, they didn't cost any money. VA
they were worth a lot.
Yeah, they were worth a lot, but they didn't cost a lot.
His was $6,000.
Believe me, you served your country. Yeah. You served your country. You earned them.
Yes.
Shout out to our friend Gulf Coast Pickers Ryan, who is a hearing aid specialist.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
He is. That's right. He does audiology. Audiology. Yeah.
Maybe we need to make a trip to see him.
Yeah. So community, obviously, very, very important to you all.
Yes, I want when people leave my show and they get their package, whether it's the first package or the 12 millionth package, that they know that I am going to pack it because I care that they came. So I'm going to make sure that I take that. I do take the extra 10 miles and extra 70,000 feet of bubble wrap to make sure that they try to get it. Things happen, accidents happen. We can't control everything, but I want to make sure that their stuff is in the box. Everything they asked for is there. And when they come back to another show, if they've asked for something, I can say, oh, wait a minute. And they can see me grab it off my shelf and pull their name off of it because I sourced that specifically for them. But I also tell everybody, my biggest thing that's probably somebody's pet peeve, I'll probably hear about it, is I'll say, no pressure. Please, I want you to know that I found this. I want you to look at it. I don't want you feeling obligated to buy it. And I'm sure they get tired of hearing that in a live.
No, actually, I wish a lot more people would say that. Unfortunately, they don't. They want people to be pressured to buy stuff like that. And, you know, it's something that I don't like. I like it when people don't have that pressure. You know, hey, you don't have to get this. Eventually it'll sell for me, or I'll sell it on eBay or Mercari or whatnot, whatever it may be. I can sell anything, just about anything. So we don't have that issue. So I always tell people, you don't have to worry about pressure or anything.
And that's another thing when you're thinking about community. I want people to feel welcome to come to our show and hang out and not feel like they've got to buy because they're there.
That's our biggest thing.
Our show, just come hang out, come talk. You know, if you're my friend, I'm probably going to throw you on the mod so you can see all the dirty red chat because Lord knows we get a lot of it.
Thank God for envying that.
But, you know, that I never want, especially my friends, to feel pressured, even if we're not selling anything, because we run a lot of shows where we don't expect to sell a lot of things. And so I don't ever want anyone to feel that pressure. Yeah, today was a surprise.
That was a total surprise. I wasn't expecting. I mean, I told Tracy, I said, I'm going to sell at least 2 of these things because I got 2 pre-bids on it. And we turned around and we sold out.
We had a sellout, but we didn't expect that because we waited a little late in the season to have a blanket show.
You know, I still get so excited when so the little red thing at the top terrifies me, and I try never to look up at it when I'm in a show. I don't care if I have 1 person or 10 people. I never look up at the little red button. I always talk to you like you're the only one in the room, and I try to say hi as it comes up on the thing. And I tell people all the time, look, I'm a squirrel. If I miss you, I'm sorry. I love you. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you're here. And then if you're any part of any of we have several Renegade rooms because, you know, Whatnot doesn't allow more than so many people per room. So we've had to split up into several rooms now. And every time I share a show in there, I tell them, no obligation, guys. But if you're free and you just want to come and sit with us and talk, we love you just the same as anybody that's buying. And I even say that during my show. I'll have somebody come in and they'll put up a word that will red chat. I have learned so many words that red chat now. I didn't even know. I can write a whole dictionary of red chat words. But they'll put up a red chat word and it'll say, I'm so sorry. I just, you know, things are tight right now. And all I ever do is look at the camera and I say, hey guys, if you're in here and you're just hanging out because you're here for us and to be in our room and help with the algorithm, that means more to us than any amount of money you could spend in here because now we're getting to know each other. And most everybody that comes to my shows will tell you that I've said that in several of my shows.
And I can't speak for everyone on Whatnot, but everyone that I know on Whatnot, they're there to do 2 things. They're there to sell things to the people that actually want to buy them. And they're there to talk and have fun with the people who are there who want to talk and have fun. And, you know, either of them. I mean, and the people that are there to talk and have fun do not need to ever feel like they need to buy something.
This isn't eBay. Okay.
No.
eBay is static selling. It's not social. There's no social element to eBay in their static selling listings. Okay. Here, this is definitely social selling. So it's got two elements, it's got way more than two elements, but obviously you have the social aspect of selling and you have selling itself. So there's a lot to it, but building the community, very important. Being able to reach out and talk to friends, exchanging numbers. As JoAnn said, there's probably about 1,000 people that have my number, and some of them I don't even know, because I give my number out on a couple of shows, and I'm saying, here's my phone number. Stop Soldier Suicide. You ever in a bad spot, give me a call and I will answer. And I've had it.
We've had people do that. More than one person call him because of that. Which
is amazing, So, but let's get on to the Renegades. For people who might not know, what are the Renegades? And I mean, you talked a little bit, but how did it all come together?
There was a group of us that wanted to support each other, and we were involved in another group that was on the Whatnot platform, and
you can say names too, JoAnn. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we don't everybody. Mind. Everybody goes different directions, and that's okay.
Right.
But you can't get mad at somebody if they have outgrown you, or like I like to call it, if their season is gone and they're to go somewhere else, you can't get mad at that. You still need to love them and let them go. Because when they get unbusy, they're going to be like, oh my goodness, Ladybug's on, let's go check her out. And I want them to be able to come back and know that they're welcome there. So that was not the vibe in the group we were in anymore. And things were kind of tearing apart, falling apart. And so we said, okay, there was Tribid, Elevated Elegance, Maddie June's Creation, myself, my friend that just passed away. And we got together, even one lady that was going to start selling on there, and she never did. But we have become such tight friends now. And I met her through Philly Filter too. We all just decided we were going to start this group, and no matter what, we were going to love people. And we were going, and I'm sure people can tell you bad things about me. I'm sure they can, because in their opinion, maybe I did not call them enough, support them enough, come to enough shows for them. I mean, there's always going to be reasons, but we decided we cannot let them reasons be what is in the forefront of what we wanted to do. And we had some other people that come in. We used to have admins and stuff like that. This person's an admin, this person's this person's going to control the chat, and a lot of that's just kind of dispensed because we couldn't do that any longer. We started running trains, not for the notoriety of running trains, but because back then on Whatnot, they wouldn't let you on a raid train. I mean, you know how hard I remember when you were in Philly's room and we were all like, what's a raid train? How do you get on a raid train? If you didn't have 1,000 in sales, or at least 1,000 followers and 1,000 or more in sales, you didn't get looked at for a raid train back then.
Still works that way. We don't get asked to on a lot of them because they say, well, your room count's not big enough. I said, big enough for me. I'm good with that.
I mean, no matter how big you are, there's always these trains that you're not going to be big enough for.
Yeah.
And that's okay with us. And that's what we said. But we did start having raid trains because how are new people, and of course now everybody and their dogs is having new seller support, new seller raid trains, new seller. And now you're at the point where you're like, okay, I want to love on the new sellers, but let's let these people, now that they're on the bandwagon now, let them go take care of them, and let us concentrate on the sellers that's been on here, that's really struggling, that's really having a hard time, that I mean, I want to say that they're like us. We're not a big person, but we're not tiny either. And let's help each other. Let's love on each other. And that's what the Renegades was made for. So we started having the raid train so that we could show people, okay, these are new sellers. Here's how you run it. There is still things on Whatnot to this day I'm still learning because they changed so much. excuse me, of their algorithm, of the way you can do things. I mean, now how we have to catch attention is by or how people were catching attention was, let us help you. And so you give them a boost and you went in and you did the gift giving. Man, I think one time I walked into a room and they needed, what was it, babe? 243 items to hit their 1,000 items sold. And they had been on this app for 2 years, longer than I had.
Goodness.
Man, I think I went in there and gifted 10 things to every 10 people that was in that room. And every time somebody new came in, I gifted. And because I used to, then they did away with the gifting. So now I'm like, I get stuck with a whole bunch of stuff. Now I have to actually buy things. And I'm like, okay, so last week we had one girl that was really ready to quit. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. She said, what? I said, if I can guarantee you can sell 50 items within your next 4 shows, will you stay on Whatnot for a guaranteed 6 months? And she said, that's not going to happen. And I'm like, it's a yes or no question. What you got for me? And she said, okay, sure. I'm game. I'll bite. I'm dumb.
That's not attractive, right? Jesse's butt.
So her very next show that she had, I went in there and I bought 50 cards.
My goodness.
I sent her 100 cards and I said, look, I'm giving you these cards for free. I want you to put them in your buy it now bin. You set the price. I don't care. So she's like, well, I don't have anything invested. 54 cents is good take back money. I'll put them in for $1. I said, fine. I went in there and bought 54 cards from her. And I'm like, I send her a message. I'm like, don't you dare send me them cards. Send me an empty box with a rock in it for the weight. So now everybody knows if I'm in your room and I'm buying the crap out of your crappy stuff, or not crappy because it's not crappy. People love Pokemon cards. But if I'm in there
my blankets are crappy. JoAnn bought some of my crappy blankets.
No, I did not. I actually need them blankets, and that one is actually going to be a baby gift.
She has
I was going to say, I think one of them she got in a bidding war for, so maybe she actually wanted those.
No, I actually did.
If she's bidding on blankets, she wants them. We have tons of blankets.
I make quilts for a living. You would think I would use my quilts and not my blankets, but I give quilts away, but I buy blankets.
We, in our other house, we have a loft in our other house, and in the other loft of our house, she probably has anywhere from 250 to 300 quilts.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Oh my God.
She can't get rid of them. She makes them and then she keeps them. So it's like,
oh wow.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I give a quilt to everybody that I meet in person. I give a quilt to them. If they're part of my quilting thing, I give them all a quilt. And if I see you use it, then in a year you get another one. If I don't see you use it and you have it put up somewhere because you're too scared to use it, you don't get another one. Because mine are designed to be used. I want them used. I don't want hanging pieces.
That is awesome.
Love that.
Yeah.
So I think I already know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Have you built any real friendships or business partnerships through live selling?
Ooh, I could say yes to both.
Yes.
Very
much so. She has some very, very good friends on Whatnot. I mean,
absolutely.
She has some.
Yeah.
Maddie June, she's been a big time ride or die for JoAnn, and Nikki, y'all.
Oh, absolutely.
I just hope when people think about me, they know that they can pick up that phone and they can call me. And I do promise that if I'm not sick or there's a reason I can't answer that phone, that I do answer the phone call to everybody that calls. And I do hope Maddie June,
100%.
I do hope that Maddie June Creation understands how much we have grown to love her, and we have never met her. And I just, sometimes I pick up the phone just to call her because I need to hear a voice. I love being on Whatnot, but sometimes you need to hear a live voice too. And I just lost my friend, my only friend that I had here in Cherokee, because I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Germany. I'm a military brat. 22 years military brat. I moved to Cherokee because I found the love of my life after half my life was over, and it's hard to develop friends when you're late in life. It is.
Yep, but you can.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we did.
We did. What's been the biggest unexpected benefit of live selling that you never saw coming?
My biggest benefit is the unimaginable to me amount of people that loved me through my sickness. And they would send me messages through Whatnot and say, just wanted you to know I was thinking of you today. It was unimaginable that people could have hearts like that. And they were just my occasional buyers, because I don't have constant buyers. Like today I came in your room and I'm like, man, these are all the same people that was here a year ago. This is cool. And I can't say that because I don't have that kind of build. But we all know that the secret on Whatnot, let me tell you, consistency. And I'm not a consistent person.
Yeah.
Right.
I was until I got sick. And I tried to push through it, and that was the worst thing to do. Is that literally, we went almost, I would say, almost 11 to 12 days without doing a show.
And only came back when we did because we had raid trains that we had scheduled for a month out.
Yeah. And if I say I'm going to do a raid train, I'm going to do a raid train. But that was a mistake for me to try to be consistent and push through my illness, and it didn't work. It ended up hurting me in the long run. All right.
What's been your proudest milestone so far on Whatnot?
Meeting JacksTreasures.
Yes, meeting JacksTreasures, but
being on JacksTreasures raid train. Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Times.
I'm kidding.
2 times I've got the benefit of being on the
veterans. She was very jacked up. The 2 times she has been on there, she was very jacked up.
Yeah.
And I made sure this time my buy it now bin was loaded with everything veterans, and if people wanted to buy it, great, and if they didn't, I was okay with that, because I was there for the support of the reason, because I stand behind that reason. I'm a military brat. I have watched these guys come to my dad when he came back from Vietnam. I was a very tiny girl, and I still remember, and even through my life growing up, remembering him getting these phone calls from these guys, and some of them he couldn't talk them down, and that's sad. That's sad to watch your dad go through that. So, but my biggest accomplishment on Whatnot, when I first started, Tony, proudest. My proudest is when I first started. Tony supports me in every single thing I do. He does. He has from day one. Whatnot was hard for him because it was something that he didn't understand. And
still don't to a point.
Yes. And he won't get into technical parts, and he doesn't do shipping at all. Tony won't
I don't do technical.
And
I
so
fuck up the shit. Sorry, I mess up the shipping all the time.
Yeah, I still do all the shipping pretty much.
She sets up all of the shipping. I do all of the packing.
Right.
But like if I set up a shipping in a show, I screw it up so bad. And I mean really bad.
That's where my proud moments come in at, because Whatnot has also, this is something I didn't discuss because I don't want people saying, well, that's everybody's reason. But we are now a reselling family. My son is Seafoam 11, and he is on the app. He is not consistent. He's as bad as his mother. We're not consistent, but he does a lot of different things. But he has helped me, and through my sickest points is where people got to really know who he was, because he was in the background all the time with me. He's like, Mom, Ladybug's not doing so good today, guys, but I'm here. Let's see, what do we got here?
I know. Like, we were one of the raid trains we did with you guys. He actually conducted it, and he did an amazing job.
He has been stepping up more and more every day. I think he's ran 3 or 4 now.
Yeah.
So my proudest
one tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, he's doing one tomorrow. We have one tomorrow. My most proudest moments is the fact that Whatnot, I went to Whatnot when I was in the most vulnerable, difficult state mentally, and I ventured out to do something brand new, and they all did not understand it, and they all fought me on it. They're like, this is a stupid waste of time. Look at all this you're spending. Look, this stuff is dirty. It's old. Who wants old stuff? And then I don't know when it happened, but as soon as I hit my 1,000 in sales, a total game changer. And then these guys are watching me happy. They're watching me get online. They're like watching me talk about, oh, Allie's coming into the show today because she wanted this and this. And I messaged her and told her I finally found what she was looking for. And then my son started selling. And then one of my daughters in Oklahoma City dabbled in it. She still dabbles a little bit. And I don't say her name because she's like, don't bring all them people to me, Mom. I'm scared. So I just leave her alone. But and then now my husband is my partner. Do you know how many times I have watched YouTube? And I'm thinking, man, well, how awesome would that be to have somebody else? It just, I never fathomed that I would be as lucky as I am today, that my husband and I are running a couples team show, and he is right there with me every step of the way. Yeah. That's my proudest moment.
I love that right there, you know, and I'm glad that people have watched us and said, wow, those guys are neat. Most people watch us and go, how does she put up with him? That's normally the message that we get. I mean, I don't know how many divorce lawyer pamphlets we have gotten in the mail from out of state. I don't get it. Okay. Don't get it.
Guys,
they're all addressed to her.
You guys are cute to watch. You guys are so cute to watch. I love it. The banter you two have, that's something we are in the newborn construction of that. We're learning how to help each other. Like when I'm low on the show,
it's not help.
Get up.
It's not help. Okay.
Help.
Yeah. We gotta clarify that. It's her dogging me. That's about all that it is. See, she enjoys the heck out of needling me, and I don't.
Well, it helps when people come in our chat that also like to help needle him. So I always have a room full of helpers.
Yes, we do.
Brian is super fun to red chat. I usually don't get on the red chat bandwagon because I hate it myself. But that day I was like, this is really kind of fun.
Not for me. It's embarrassing. You got to remember, I used to be a teacher, and I'm sitting there going like, I can't say this. I can't. There's no way possible I could say this. And people put it in a red chat, and then I turn red as a beet, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my gosh. All right,
let's forget that show because something came out of me. It wasn't dirty. It wasn't dirty. It was just the way the wording was. And Brian's like, Ladybug, JoAnn, did you just say that? I was like, I was so embarrassed. I was so glad that the phone couldn't see me.
It is a lot of fun. Have you ever thought about walking away from reselling, and what made you keep going?
I definitely thought about walking away from reselling. From a brick and mortar standpoint, the customers can be very difficult. And when you run a brick and mortar, you're not, I mean, I guess you could say something if you don't ever want anybody to come in your store and shop, but you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful because, you know, they're angry, and you have to fill through that anger without getting angry yourself when you really want to tell them to just go hit that door and don't let the door where the good Lord don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
But you can't do that. And I think on Whatnot, like I said, it's only because of Nikki's Corner and Four Seasons Picker and a few others. Four Season Picker was one of our original Renegades too. But it's them people that help build you back up, that gives you the, I can do this. I do have people see, they do care. And another reason that's what Renegades are about. When you can't do, we're there to do for you or with you.
Right.
That's awesome.
I will let you know, every single person that we have asked that question to has said yes. That they had, that everybody, and we're talking about some big sellers too. Some very, very, very big sellers have had that same thing, you know.
Yeah. What's one thing you think a lot of sellers are doing wrong right now?
Hey, chat, run it up, chat. What are y'all doing wrong? What's your problem?
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
I click out.
Yeah, I
like,
actually I saw that on a rate train I was watching the other day in a category I wasn't expecting it. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way, you know. It was like a girl selling clothing and she was having the chat mentality and it just
Mine was, I was in a room and they held up something that had a good amount of value to it. I will say that it had a good amount of value to it. And they said, we're going to start this off at $1, which I think is fantastic to when you're doing things like that and to say it like that. But then they said, if it doesn't go above $50, we'll never do that again.
Yeah.
Then start it at $50.
Exactly.
Don't sit there and say, hey, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get it for $1, but if it doesn't go over 50, you're never going to see it again. And I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, yeah, I agree with you. A lot of that. A lot of times they get to that, they have to, for I don't know, for one of the things that it irritates me is when people look at an item and they say, okay, I'm going to sell this item. And let's say I paid $10 for it. And I started out for $2 and it goes up to, what's that?
Let me see your earbud. Tony lost sound. You're fine.
Oh, okay. But like I said, what happens is that, you know, you run that item and it doesn't go up to the $10 and then you get mad.
Oh, sorry.
But what you're doing is you're looking at one item in a show as opposed to the entire show.
Exactly.
They call it a loss leader. And it irritates me when they get mad at the chat for them not bidding something up that they have more money into it, as opposed to, oh yeah, I have nothing in this, and it went up to like $16, but I had $10 in this, and it only went for $8, and I lost $2. No, it didn't. You know, you just made $14 on an item you have nothing in. So I can definitely understand that part.
I think one of my biggest things about, and it's going to happen with new sellers. So if you're listening to this, please do not think that I'm picking on you. You're a new seller. You have to learn things. You don't just, whatnot is not common sense. So you have to learn. But what makes me angry is when you see not angry is a strong word. What makes me click out of a room is when you know somebody's a seasoned seller. And when I say seasoned seller, at least 5 to 6 months, because by then you should know. I hate when they put their camera, just, okay, so like you're like, I can't even, if I'm touching you guys right now. That's how close our camera is. I hate when CG Boomerang says it best in her 101 thing. You have a camera that's right here for a reason. If you're showing this item and I'm showing it to you right here, you can see that item. You can see if there's any breaks or cracks or chips or whatever on this item. You can see that it's got a red light in there. It's working, blah, blah, blah. But can you see all that from way back here?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there's an area where your face, if I ever could get anybody to understand this, put your face above your chat, angle that camera, do whatever you need to do. I don't want to see the bug crawling on your ceiling. I don't want to see the spider going across your ceiling. I want to see you and the product that you're selling. And if you're not, I mean, if you're not front facing, you're fine, because we have the sense in our head that tells us put that directly as close as you can to the product we want them to look at. But when they flip that camera around, people forget that. It's great to see everything back behind you if you're elaborate and you have all that. I don't. My house is always a mess. The building I'm in is always a mess. So I want you to see what I'm selling, because that camera can show a chip or a nick or a crack that I did not even see with the naked eye, but I can see it when I put that camera up there. So, and do your call outs. Don't cheat somebody.
Oh, definitely.
It's not going to do you no good.
And good lighting too while you're at it, which we're always fighting our lighting. We're trying to improve it, but at least reasonably good lighting. I've seen so many people running shows almost in the dark where you can't really see what's going on.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Do you ever find yourself comparing your shows or success to other sellers?
I did in the beginning, and I would always go back and watch my past shows and criticize myself, but I don't anymore. Now I just get on there. I'm who I am. Once I learned that, I'm just now getting into the point where this is going to sound bad. And I don't mean it to sound bad, but I get giddy because I can get on there now. And guess what? I'm not the only one in that stupid room. You know, so
that does not sound bad at all.
I get so still, even to this day, I get so excited when 3 or 4 people pop in. I'm like, oh, yes. And I have even gotten now to where, because, you know, sometimes you go 30, 40 minutes and you don't have a sell at all. So I'm that dum-dum when somebody comes in and you finally get a buyer, I'm like, yes, thank you so much. You're my first purchase, I'm that idiot, you know? And I'm like, nothing against anybody else that's here. I'm just super excited about it. Sorry. And I have to remember, I don't want nobody to feel bad, but I want people to understand how excited I am when I do get that sale. It does mean that $1 sale meant more than a $200 sale did. I worked for it. I got it. I achieved it. It's there. You know?
Right.
It's not about the dollar amount.
I agree. Yeah. And a lot of sellers do that. They compare themselves to other sellers and to the success of other sellers and things like that. I think that's a natural human thing to do.
I do too.
But by that same token, just look at what those other people are doing and say, either I want to do that, I don't want to do that. Is it worth it for me to do that, to have 500 people in a room, to lie, you know, or to give away something and not ever give it away, like a $50 gift card, because that was a huge thing, is that people were giving away these $50 gift cards and then they would mail none of them out, but they would have a room of 500 people in the room. But you can't sustain that, you know. And so it's just one of those things. Yeah.
I tell everybody, be careful. Sellers make mistakes. Don't crucify them before you talk to them. But on the other hand, if you have a seller that you ask them a question or you send them a private message saying, hey, I want a giveaway, but it's not in my package. If they zone you or they ban you, then definitely stay away from them. But I also want to implore people that ask people that if you are the buyer and you may have had a bad taste in your mouth, please reach out anyway, because not all of us are bad. And
definitely.
I had a lady that didn't get her pins. She got a package, but her pins weren't in it. Well, about 4 or 5 days later, we figured it out. The other package that had her pins in it, because it had to be split, was in his truck. He didn't get it out of the back seat of his truck.
It was in my work pickup. I never get in the back seat of my work pickup, so.
But she reached out to me, and we have become good friends now. And she got over $100 worth of Pokemon stuff from me, and she'd only spent $49 on pins. But she got an unbroke box of 2 unbroke box of Pokemon cards, and she got 2 of my Powerhouse Charizards, you know, that I could have sold for a couple $100 or saved them for a fire train, and I didn't. My customer was more important to me than that amount of money that was right there. So I tell everybody to please reach out to me. And so I do suggest that people, if you're hearing this, please, even if you've had a bad experience, please continue to reach out to those that you feel like you've made a connection with, or you've taken the time to sit in their room please don't label all of us into one category. Reach out to us, talk to us. And I'm very upfront. I tell people I'm a squirrel, and I don't say that as an excuse. I say that because God is my witness. I am a squirrel, and I will talk to you on Monday at 1:00, and by Monday at 4:00, I forgot all about what we talked about. And I tell you, please bug me. Keep on top of me.
When we're talking about that, I am talking about some of the sellers that have been known to do this. I'm not talking about the everyday
like an accidental.
Unfortunately, Whatnot does get labeled because of those biggest sellers, some of those big sellers that have been either one, they've been kicked off the app completely, or they've been kicked off the app multiple times and they end up coming back. But those are the ones that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the everyday sellers that make any sense, because I've done that. And, you know, I accidentally sent somebody they ordered a $75 manual from me, and I accidentally sent them the wrong one. They got really upset with me, and I was like, look, I'm sorry, I apologize and stuff like that. You can open up a return and all that other kind of stuff. It wasn't a scam. The other guy got it, and he never reached out to me afterwards. But those are the ones that we're talking about, not the people that make genuine mistakes, or
anybody that I know that's a new buyer or a new seller. I tell everybody, before you buy from somebody, go sit in their show and just watch them for 2 or 3 shows before you buy.
Very good idea.
You will get a feel for them. And there is 4 sellers on the platform, and I'm not going to name them, that if you go into their show and you don't buy something, they will ban you by the end of their show if you're still in there. And I'm like, well, then that's good. Wow. That's not a seller you wanted to be with anyway. I mean, we all know the one seller that starts with with Nicole. I won't
Nicole
say
State.
Okay, there you go.
Oh no, Tracy said that she was a scumbag 2 episodes ago.
We've had a lot of discussions about Nicole State on this particular podcast.
She literally said that. Yes. Okay,
I know. Now, we watched.
No, when I started we started this podcast, she wouldn't let me mention anything like that at all. And we're literally talking to Call Me Gigi, and she says, yeah, Nicole State, before she was a scumbag. And I'm like, what the hell did you just say?
Actually, I said before I knew she was a scumbag.
Okay, before you knew she was a scumbag. The point is that you're saying she's a scumbag, and I'm sitting here going like, oh, great.
Well, I was clarifying that she was probably still a scumbag back then. So
yeah.
And see, I'm that person that I was dumb. I bought into it because she reached out to me about other things, and I bought from her. I never got it. I never opened up a claim because that's just not who I am. And now I wish I would. Now I would like to say a few things to her. I trusted you.
You are the second Nicole State victim that we know of that we've had on the podcast.
The first one was on last week.
Yeah, he was.
That was
Corey
from Grams and Pops. And Corey from Grams and Pops, they did open up the case, and it was them that got them banned.
We think when he opened the case,
right at that
was
point.
Right when she got banned.
Yeah.
So
well, good. I mean, I don't know the situation, so I don't want to say anything. But
except for good. Don't worry, I'm almost positive she's not going to agree to be a guest on our podcast, especially with this one.
If you're a bad seller, then kudos if somebody got you off, And if you're a good seller, please hang in there, stay strong. It's difficult. Even on some of my good days, it's difficult. And I still struggle to maintain 7 or 8 people in my room, but I'm still having a good time. So as long as I'm having a good time, I'm staying.
I like that. Yep. All right, your turn, baby.
If live selling disappeared tomorrow, what would you miss the most about it?
Everybody, all my people, all my friends, all the connections I've made. Do you know?
Agreed.
Okay, so maybe you don't know, but I passed 11,000 followers.
All right.
Awesome.
I'm not a big seller. Many of you guys are bigger sellers than I am, and yes, I say you guys are
okay.
a bigger seller.
I will let you know. You said that you just followed past 11,000. I think we only have 13.
Yeah.
So we're not that much bigger than you.
We're selling peers.
How many items sold do you have? Let's talk. No, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
We have a lot of items sold, but I was selling stuff
Yeah.
at $1, like right from almost the beginning.
We sold stuff for $1 before selling stuff for $1. It was cool.
Yeah, that's right. We started it.
Do you know I hit 5,000 followers before I ever even hit 1,000 in sales?
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't tell you when we hit 1,000 sales. I couldn't tell you when we hit 1,000 followers because I never cared. I was just on there trying to sell stuff. But
we're at 21.1 thousand.
So we've sold 21.1 thousand.
See, I paid attention because I was the one being left behind because I couldn't shut up and be consistent like you guys. So take lesson, anybody watching this, consistency, and everybody says it, and I'm sure you're tired of hearing it, but consistency is 100% the key to whatnot. Go on every time.
Yes.
Well, I tell you right, you just answered this question right here, guys, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about going live for the very first time?
I'll answer that in a second, but I'm at 3,600 sold items, so I'm still back there on the bottom of the totem pole because I'm not consistent.
That's fine. No. It doesn't matter about the number. It matters about how much fun you're having and the amount of money too. You're probably making a lot more than we are.
Like I said, we've sold a lot of stuff for $1
and less.
We sell most everything for $2 and $3. Very seldom do we go. And I have things listed that I run in shows for $10, $12, but I'm like, because I love y'all so much tonight, we're gonna run this for $2. Let me edit that.
Right.
I'm that person. But I have to tell you, my greatest lesson, I think, so far on Whatnot has been when we started the Luttrell, the Ladybug Luttrell _ family, because we started at the bottom. We started off with zero followers, 0 sales. And I'm like, Tony, we're never going to get this off the ground. I'm done. I'm just going back to sell by myself. I'm finished with you.
I hear that a lot, Tony. Don't feel bad.
It's a hard grind. It is a hard grind to get to that first 1,000. We've been on how long have we had yours now? 7, 8 months? I don't know. The 1 year celebration show is on there. That's really the thing I like to celebrate is 1 year, because I feel like if you made it to your 1 year, don't ever quit. You just conquered life's greatest mountain, in my opinion. If you stuck it out for a year, you deserve that celebration.
There you go. So that's a good bit of advice. All right. This is our What's Up segment. And today we are going to be talking about social media. Ooh. The rise of social media has changed the reselling landscape, guys. And many resellers are starting to question whether success is now tied more to popularity than to sourcing skills or knowledge. Okay. Larger sellers with big followings can bring built-in audience to their shows, often selling quickly because viewers already know them and trust them. Meanwhile, smaller and newer sellers may feel like they're competing not just on product and price, but also on personality, entertainment value, and online presence. So it raises an interesting question for the community. And that question I'm going to pose to JoAnn and Tony. Is reselling becoming more about influence and audience size than the actual hustle of sourcing and selling great items?
In my opinion, it is. In my opinion, if you have a big audience, you're going to make it. I mean, we've had somebody here selling stuff for us one time, and the same stuff that JoAnn would try to sell
for $2,
she got triple. Triple
things I couldn't. My glass paperweights that we all know are worth at least $7. I couldn't sell them for $2. Okay, something you guys may not know. I had a diamond ring that I had no idea was a diamond ring. Yeah. We took it to the jeweler. It was a $999 resale value ring. And that's what they were going to offer to outright buy it back. That was their resale value. Wow. I had that thing on 5 shows. 5 jewelry whatnot shows. Could not sell it for $2. Could not sell it for $2.
Crazy.
That's
well, now
nuts,
that sucker's in my jewelry box. It's been repaired and it's in my jewelry box and it's staying there.
That is awesome.
It is
I'm
crazy.
glad.
And
so everybody go shop. If JoAnn's having a jewelry show, go check her out. Get you some bargains.
Heck yeah.
Not right now.
I agree.
Not right now.
I agree with you, Tony.
Yeah.
Limitless was able to come in here and walk everything.
She came in here and she slayed it. I mean, it was wild to
awesome.
watch. You know, that she would sell that stuff, and that stuff that we were trying to sell for $2 or $3, and she was ripping it out of here for 20. And it was like, wow.
In 2 days, she was here 4 days. She sold 2 days for another local seller that we're friends with that we got on whatnot. And then she did 2 days for me. And we all walked away with above $3,000.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that there
awesome.
I couldn't even get that in 5 months on whatnot. I mean,
right.
Because I sell everything at $2 and $3 because I want to give everybody a deal, and people aren't going to want to bid their self up. I mean, would you bid yourself up if you were in a show and could get it for $2?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely something that has made the landscaping on eBay. Everybody has is at the same level. It's your sourcing ability and what you're willing to sell something for. Tracy calls it, running to the bottom.
Race to the
bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a term that it's a bad term in a way, but on whatnot, it's not. People were racing to the bottom to try to do dollar sales and things like that because they thought that that's how it was supposed to be done. But in actuality, people can run stuff at $1. And as you were saying, some people that have that popularity, that have those viewerships and that built-in audience, they'll sell that thing for $60. You can't turn around and sell it for 10, and unfortunately, that is one of the biggest, I don't know what you would call it, handicap that people that are starting whatnot are facing now. Now, granted, I would still get on whatnot right now because it's still in its infancy. It's still small, compared to eBay and Amazon and things like that. Whatnot is still tiny, but it's a great time to get onto it.
Now we're on to our Shine the Light segment where we shine the light on 3 different sellers on whatnot at 3 different levels.
Yeah.
We're going to start with our up-and-coming seller, Marquez, Strawberry Lady 24. If I mispronounced your name, I'm very sorry. Just let me know. She's a seller on whatnot with 655 sales and 4.7 thousand followers. She sells Disney, Loungefly, Squishmallows, and plushies. She has 2 children, and her goal is to try to reach 1,000 sales. What advice would you give to a newer seller like Strawberry Lady to help her grow on whatnot?
My advice to her would be the same advice that I give to anybody that asks me, or when we're on our lives and people come in just to ask us questions. My advice would be, sometimes you have to drown out the noise. Like we were just talking about bigger sellers, popular, they get the money, they get to that, they get this, they get that. Drown out the noise. Be who you are. Set your prices for what your cost. Here's the thing. You have to have your cost of goods. You have to have your packing and your shipping supplies and all that. I'm not saying every single thing you sell, you need to sell for $5 to $1 million. That's not what I'm saying. Right. Look at your overall, and you are your boss. That's the thing for all of us to remember. Nobody's better than me. Nobody's better than him or you or you. We are all the same boss of an company. This is our company. We are building this. Whether we take it outside of whatnot or not, people will follow you. Even if you go off of whatnot and you do Facebook sales, or you go over to, because now they have so many new places. There's some of them aren't so new, but there's Grail, there's Palm Street. I mean, there's so many new places to go sell.
Yeah, the district.
Yeah, Depop, I think, has no selling fees. I mean, there's so many places you can go, and your people will go with you when you build them. So my biggest thing is drown out the noise. if being in big sellers rooms or watching them or hearing about them makes you think, oh, I'm never going to be able to do that, I can't do that, stay away from that. Stay away from negativity. Just block it out. You know, one of our biggest things on several of my talk shows, and I don't do as many as I used to, but everybody knows that Ladybug Luttrell has a problem. I will follow everybody. I will follow everybody. If you ask me to follow you or you follow me, I'm following you. You can go pull up my whatnot account right now, and I guarantee you my following and my followers are going to be tight together, or I am following more people than what is following me. Because I will follow everybody. Do that. Give them people that respect. But also in return, I have been in there with friends, people I thought were friends, and they would never follow me back. And so I have a policy. I follow everybody. But on Friday, every single week, you can count me like clockwork, and you can ask him. And the bigger you grow and the more people you're following and have following you, the more tedious it is to do. But every week, I unfollow everyone that does not follow me. I'm going to give you the same courtesy and respect as you give back to me. And if you go, we lost mics. Or lost.
No, we can still hear you.
We can't hear you now. Now we can, because it's coming through our iPad through the computer.
What?
So hopefully there's not going to be feedback.
JoAnn?
That's not JoAnn.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm talking.
See?
Okay.
Sorry, we lost our
what it was
earbuds went dead.
Their earbuds, they had a microphone in their earbuds. So that's what we were hearing it through. Now we're hearing it through the computer or the phone.
Okay.
You're fine. What was I saying? I forgot already. See, I told you I was wrong. Oh, yeah. People go in and they go to other sellers, bigger sellers, and they pay them massive sponsorship fees or $20 fees. I'm not saying that's wrong. I did that in the past.
Will.
So
it's wrong. I'm going to straight up and say it. It's wrong. But I mean, I let people do whatever they want to do. For me, you will never, ever see me have a paid sponsorship in any one of my shows whatsoever.
Agreed. I'm just saying that I can't say that it's wrong in the aspect because I respect Paul. Paul's the reason I'm on whatnot, Philly Flipper. I've been in his shows. I've paid that 25 or however much it was to get people to follow me. The problem was people will follow you, but then they don't stay following you. So I paid out several $100s through a course of time getting followers that way. When now now I go to other shows, and if I like somebody that's talking in the chat, I follow them. You know, and somebody will say something, and I'll say, "Hey, I just followed you. No pressure." But I make connections now. I don't pay for the connections now. I'm not saying nothing was wrong with paying for them, so please don't nobody come at me.
I've done the same. JoAnn, I did the same thing. I spent probably about $500 doing that, and it does pay off because it does give you that feeling when you have those larger numbers as far as your following goes. Okay. We have 13,000 followers. Yeah. My max room count right now is averaging 20. That's it. Yeah. That's less than 0.001%. So I don't worry about it now as much. I don't agree with paid sponsorships, but that's me.
Right. I don't think that whatnot should allow them.
I don't think it should either.
But
but
they're making money off of it, so they're going to keep allowing it.
Right. Our next level seller, and this is like a mid-level seller, but this is an up-and-comer, and her name or their name is Jagresale. Okay. And they go by Jagresale. They are a family of sellers on Whatnot, and they have 11.1 thousand in sales and 8.4 thousand followers. They mostly do estate sales and storage units, so we know a little bit more about that, with regularly scheduled shows on Wednesdays and Sundays. That consistency is super, super important. So do you think having regularly scheduled shows is very, very important.
Absolutely. Consistency is the key to whatnot. Do I do it? No. But absolutely, if you want to get ahead, you've got to be consistent. I encourage everybody to do at least one show a week, the same time, the same day, every week. I don't care if 50 million people, because I get this a lot from a lot of the new people and the middle people on Renegades. Well, we shouldn't have a train on this day because so and so is having a train and they're really, really big. And right after that train, so and so is having this train. I'm like, we don't care what anybody else is doing, And then somebody said, well, okay, like we were having a big show. We were having a big show for us. And Corey Man X had the next 6-figure seller. And they like, you need to put your show off and do this another day. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that because we're who we are. And the people that come are going to be the people that come. Just like when they had, I can't even remember what the dude's name was. Whatnot had, who was that big seller?
The King Hollywood.
Oh, the Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Well, Mr. Beast was the one who did it during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that one. We were doing things during that time too, and everybody's like, well, Mr. Beast ruined my show. No, he didn't. Because I was live. Several people we know were live when Mr. Beast was there. Not everybody,
we made money.
When you tried to hit them few times and you couldn't hit, there's no human possible way, not even the AI generated, could keep up with that many people tapping that many buttons that fast.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be frustrated. It did exactly what I told everybody. We had a huge Zoom meeting about it, and it did exactly what I told everybody that it would do. They're going to get frustrated. They're going to leave that show. But guess what? They joined Whatnot because of all this publicity that Whatnot put out. So we got all these new people in here. They're going to span out somewhere else. Be there to catch them when they fall. And we did. And that's what I tell everybody. Find a blessing where you can, and don't look for a blessing that you can't catch.
Yeah.
I like that.
We've had a lot of people in there too. Unfortunately, you get the good with the bad.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot more trolls since the Mr. Beast thing. It's been
we've
crazy.
Gotten a tremendous amount. And I'm sitting there looking at it going, dude, you're trolling into a room of 7 people. Learn how to do it the right way. Go to somebody who's got 100 where it makes sense. Don't troll somebody who doesn't.
But don't you love it though? With some of them, have you watched some of them people and this one was a mid-range seller, and I absolutely love the respect he had for his chat. He never altered. They were in there faulting him because he pronounced something that was a luxury brand and he mispronounced it. And he said, well, I don't know what it is and I don't care what it is, but here it is and I'm bringing it to you. And if it's worth $1 million, that's wonderful. Buy it from me and go make yourself $1 million. And he just went on and did it. And I love that he, I think you guys were maybe even in a show once with me when people come in and was trying to call me on the carpet. I didn't handle it as well with as much grace as he did. And I appreciated him for that. And I learned, I'm learning, can always learn.
I agree. You have the next one.
Oh, our established seller is Julie, JJ Shopper. She's a seller on Whatnot with 24.7 thousand sales and 32.6 thousand followers. She's a pallet buyer who does tons of different shows and raid trains. She has won the bracket battle 3 times now and supports many sellers.
Beat us all 3 times.
Oh, she's a beast.
Yeah.
6 arms. She is also a Michigan fan.
She's a huge Michigan fan. And a great supporter of people
the community.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Where is the Luttrell? Luttrell?
It's like you said it. It's like let's have a party. Luttrell.
The Luttrell's family's happy place. And what do you do for relaxation?
Yes.
Well, we in the summer, and when the weather permits, we like to ride a motorcycle. We like to travel on the motorcycle, and
that's awesome.
We have a big touring bike. We go tour around and hang out.
And on Saturday nights in the summertime, when the big cars are there, we like to go to the big races, but we also have
Big time into the dirt cars.
Dirt cars. We also have RC cars, and we like to go RC dirt track racing. We
do that with our grandkids. That's our grandkid participation time.
But they're very competitive.
Yeah, they whip us every time we go.
Yes.
That's what she does with me. All right. This is our Really Want to Know segment where we bring up the Wheel of Destiny. I don't know.
Wheel of Questions.
I'm trying to come up with something really good. So, guys, in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the comments, go ahead and there's no chat. I mean, I'm on phone.
We're not live.
All right. If in the comments, please give me a good name that you want me to name this wheel. All right. This is a random wheel loaded with some wild questions. And you guys get to choose how many of them you want to answer. But you have to answer each question honestly. So no matter what number that you choose between 1 and 5, you go ahead and choose numbers 1 through 5, and we will ask 1 through 5 questions. You just have to ask the answer honestly.
3.
How did I know you were going to say that?
3.
3.
Yeah.
You got it.
3 has been a very popular number.
It has been. So
I would've
far,
said
we've
1.
had 3 and 5. That was
3 and 5,
the
yeah.
2. 3 and 5 have been what we've gotten the most. So here we go. All right, let's get this up to the screen. There it is. There's our nice little Wheel of Destiny. I'm going to call it that for right now. This will be our first spin of 3, and Tracy will ask the question. I'll ask the middle one. Wow, a little bit glitchy today. What do we got? Darn it.
Embarrassing song.
What's the most embarrassing song you secretly love?
Yep.
What's your most embarrassing song that
You say it.
love? Katy Perry, I Kissed a Girl.
I love it.
It's a good one.
That is
I like
definitely
that one
a good
too.
one. All right, JoAnn, what about you?
It's been so long since I've been so busy. I don't even listen to music anymore. I'm whatnot everything. Mickey, you're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Oh my gosh,
I love that one.
What's her face?
Tony Basil.
Tony Basil.
Tony
Yeah,
Basil.
Tony Basil.
I
Yeah.
can't believe I came up with that.
I can't believe you did either because you hate the song.
I do hate that song.
I'm
All right,
sorry.
this has been
okay.
number 2. Here we go. So we got that first one. Let's see, what do we got coming up? Gonna be something fun. Okay, what is your funniest? I can't believe I did that story.
You talked it. You go this time.
No, I don't. The funniest, I can't believe I did that. We were on a live, and Tony farted, and I had to cover the noise.
Okay, that is so much better than the time we were on a live and I didn't fart and Brian tried to say I did and wouldn't drop it. And I didn't.
Okay, let's ask Tracy about the time that we were in the doctor's office this Monday. Okay, we're in the doctor's office in the waiting area. All right, Tracy's going back. So I'm still sitting in the doctor's office. Tracy gets up, walks by me, and farts. Okay, doesn't react at all. Nothing, not a dang thing. Goes into the back. The 2 people that are like 4 seats over go, "Did you hear that?" And I have to sit there and not say nothing. Okay, nothing. Yes. Farting farting is always a good one.
Yes.
All right, this next one is for you, baby.
Oh. But I didn't fart on the live.
No.
He did.
But my most embarrassing thing would be me calling Tracy by my ex-wife's name twice on my honeymoon.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been caught talking to yourself?
Yes.
Full-fledged conversation.
Yes. Sometimes I answer myself. I'm like, well, stupid, you put that in the refrigerator a while ago. I had that happen to me. I couldn't find my car keys.
Yeah.
You were stupid. But in my defense, I put him in the refrigerator with the bag that I was carrying. I had to take the dog's potty, so I shoved everything in the refrigerator. So I'm not going crazy.
We're both guilty of
We're
it.
both guilty of doing something like that. The one that kills me is when you see people that have the Bluetooth thing in their ear and they're walking down and they're just talking away. And you're like, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, all right. That was our did you we really want to know segment right there. Love those questions were actually pretty good. Pretty
Those
good
were.
job for that Wheel of Destiny.
He
Hopefully
did better
we'll get
today.
a good name for it. All right.
Now it is time for us to turn the tables. This is where we give JoAnn and Tony a chance to ask any question they would like of us.
I would like to ask you, in your most difficult time on Whatnot, or even in your reselling adventure, how did you talk yourself or yourselves into persevering?
Huge bag of weed. No,
Right? I know.
Well, for us, for me, it was going to be either I was going to be a reseller and I was going to make it in reselling, or I was going to go back to teacher and then go to jail, because I would probably said something or done something to go to jail, because I could not stand dealing with parents. And it wasn't the kids. I was fine with the kids. It was dealing with parents and dealing with administrators that were dumbasses. Okay. And I will say that to you. You were a dumbass. Okay. You let me go. You let me go. And then one of your teachers gets arrested on school grounds for selling crack to the kids. But you let me go. Whatever. But yeah, it was
and
that.
Nicole State's a scumbag.
Oh, I didn't say the name. Oh my God.
I love it.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing for us is we always reevaluate. Tracy and I always evaluate what we're doing and where we're making our money and where our money is not making.
I think for us, it's constantly changing and shifting. Just like in the last 4 or 5 months, we shifted our business completely to going more towards doing a lot more static listings. I'm spending all my time during the days now working on static listings while he's working on Whatnot. So we
and
had
I do
to make
about
that
90% Whatnot, and I do 10% of eBay. So I have that going, where before we were both doing 100% Whatnot. And then our eBay suffered so bad that our income went from up here to down here, and Whatnot wasn't able to sustain it back up to where it was. So it went to there. Now our income is way over that because we got eBay coming back to where it was supposed to be, and our Whatnot has just been steady. We haven't lost anything on Whatnot. Whatnot is one of those things where however much money you want to make, that's up to you. You know, you can go on Whatnot for 24 hours a day if you want to. If you have that energy, if you have anybody that can, come in and fill in for you. You got people that can do that. You can have multiple shows, all of those types of things. Being consistent, as you said, it's all up to you. And for us, it's going to change again in another year, because we're going to need to work even less than we work now, where we'll be able to do more traveling. So it's always working towards a goal. And for me and Tracy, the goal is always what we're working for. We're never working just for the sake of working. We always have a goal in mind. So great question, though. Well, Tony, did you have a question?
No. Do you know an interesting fact? My very first purchase on Whatnot was from y'all.
Was it? That's right. I actually remember that. JoAnn, you were in the room.
Yeah. It was the very first purchase I ever made on Whatnot. I bought from y'all. It was a I haul wide loads. I haul big loads t-shirt.
Yes. I remember
he still has it too.
And if I'm not mistaken, I definitely made sure that I placated right to him too. I said,
you brought that out.
Truck driver, here, I got you covered.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much to our amazing guests, JoAnn and Tony, for joining us. Next week, we are going to be chatting with. Who are we chatting with next week?
Did I put it on there?
It's not marked.
It's not on there. Why is it not on there? I forgot who we have.
Well, next week we have an awesome guest coming that Brian did not write down.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Whoever our awesome guest is,
Hold
You're
on
still
a second.
awesome.
Okay, you're gonna have to take care of the rest of this because we definitely got to name who our guest is. So I'm gonna bug out for a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. Well, as he's finding out who our guest is going to be next week, we have one final question for you guys. Do you have any upcoming shows, goals, anything special happening in the next little time that you want to tell us about?
We just want to hit 1,000 items sold on our Ladybug Luttrell _ family. We are now sitting at like 748. So we're almost there,
Okay.
but that is our goal. And oh man, he's going to take me out for a big old ice cream that I'm not going to eat. And I'm going to take him out for a big old steak.
Which
Oh, that sounds
I
amazing.
didn't forget.
Well,
I know
I'm
who
so
exactly
excited
who
to
it
find
is.
out who Brian forgot.
I did not forget. It's Brendan, Big Time Flips.
Brendan, Big Time Flips, also known as Mr. Forgettable, is going to be our guest
He
next
is
week.
unforgettable, by the way. You guys will love him.
He is
So
awesome.
yes,
And
so
I
the-
heard your guys' goal, by the way, because I still had my earpiece in. I think you guys will make it. I think you'll make your 1,000 sales. I mean, it is a great thing to have goals. It definitely is. But just remember, every single time you make a sale,
One
and you're
closer.
making some money. You know.
But
and we are
thanks
going to have
everybody for.
some. Sorry.
Oh no,
We are going to
go
have
ahead.
some shows coming up, but I am going to take the next couple days off because we did 5 shows back to back to back to back with trains, and I am just so I have to decompress for a few days, and then we'll be back at it.
Awesome.
Oh, that is amazing. So guys, there will be links to everybody that we have talked about today, okay, on in the show note, or not show notes, but in the description. I'll have links to everybody that we've spotlighted, plus Ladybug Luttrell and Ladybug Luttrell family, and also her son's site. I'm gonna have her son's site's linked down there below too.
Thank
you guys can check them out.
But thank you everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Help us out with Stop Soldier Suicide and the Naughty Cat Cafe. There are links to those below as well. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes. Bye. Leave a comment down there and let us know what you should think we ought to name that wheel. And
yes.
if I should just get rid
Chris,
of it
when you finally watch this like 5 weeks later, because I know you're way behind, let us know.
Peace out, everybody. Love y'all.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.